always been my childhood dream to get down on one knee and propose with a diamond ring in my hand. Prince and princesses, fairy tales with happy endings like Cinderella was a big part of my childhood. When I realized that Vivien was my destined one, I immediately pictured myself getting down on one knee to propose to her in an amazing place that holds dear to my heart. Japan was the place where I embarked on my own when I was coming of age. It was where I learned to become fully independent and responsible for myself. So I started to think, what if I could propose to Vivien in Japan during the sakura season in front of Mount Fuji? Now the craziest thing of all was that coincidentally we were flying to Japan in 3 months' time for the sakura. I have a window and I could make it work if I started planning now. So I fired up Google and started searching for possible locations facing Mount Fuji. That was when I chanced upon this beautiful photo of Mount Fuji facing Lake Kawaguchi. I could almost see the proposal happening. We will be waking up early as usual for the golden hour shoot, and we'll make our way towards the spot where it was still dark, and that the sun will rise over the horizon, and the lights will start to fill the scene with life, and Mount Fuji will be there in its majestic grandeur, and we will be the only one there to enjoy every moment of it. It was the perfect place to propose to Vivien. So I checked the weather forecast and plotted the route, and with everything planned, we flew off to Japan and immediately started to make our way to Kawaguchi because the weather forecast predicted that tomorrow will be the only time with clear skies. Upon arrival, I was terrified as the entire town was covered in fog and snow. As we drove past the intended spot, we could not see Mount Fuji at all. The fog had covered Mount Fuji and we could only faintly see the lake like it was Silent Hill. So I started to doubt myself, what if the weather forecast was wrong? What if tomorrow would be equally foggy as well? And if you can't see Mount Fuji, what's the point of being here at all? So I checked the forecast again and continued to reassure that tomorrow morning will be the only time where it was sunny. So we checked in, had a nice dinner and called it a day. Next day when we woke up, the fog was beginning to clear up and the sun slowly rose over the horizon. It was proceeding exactly as planned. We made our way to the planned spot.
Fuji-san.
But I did not account for one thing, that there will be tourists equally early as well. There was a group of very loud tourists in the area, having a blast just to allow for a nice peaceful atmosphere. The skies was beginning to clear up, and I got worried that I might miss the golden hour. Regardless, I began my usual setup for a normal landscape photography, not to look suspicious, and thankfully, the tourists started to leave and things began to quieten down. Suddenly, everything started to come together in that one moment. Everyone left, the skies were perfectly clear, Mount Fuji was there in its majestic grandeur, and it was perfectly quiet. I hit the play button and started saying, wherever you are.
I promise you forever right now. Oh yeah.
I want to be with you through every part of this journey. And so, would you be this one? Yeah. Will you marry me?
I do. Love you.
It was perfect. Everything was how it should be. Everything sounded perfect. It looked perfect. It felt perfect. The weather was perfect. It was the childhood dream.